What's up, nerds? We're your hosts. I am Jake.
And I'm Chad.
This week we are sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
We're also sponsored by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce.
This week we will be talking about She-Hulk episode 5, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Then we'll also be talking a little bit more about the newest episode. Not a little bit more. I did this last week too. We'll be talking about the newest episode of House of the Dragon, now streaming on HBO Max. So, let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd Podcast.
Nerd. Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd Podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. Chadley, how was your week?
You know, it was pretty chill for most of the week. And then I did get a chance to go out and go golfing over the weekend, which was awesome. I thought it was perfect weather. A little overcast, no sun directly in your eyes. It was about 70 degrees. And I got to
Fuck
go
yeah.
with a very old friend of mine.
Mm,
Used to be like best friends. We grew up together. Been friends since we were like 6. So
yeah,
it was cool.
that was cool.
What about you? I know you had a busy week.
Busy weekend. We went to the Twins game on Thursday. We won. And then we went to the Saints game on Friday. We also won.
Whew.
And then and then on Saturday we went to a live music festival at Prize Brewing in St. Paul, and that was a lot of fun.
How were the
They had
bands? I didn't recognize any of the names.
Yeah, me neither. We when we got there, there was a band wrapping up. So didn't get to hear too much from them. They sounded good. But when before we left, we sat down and watched a set from the band that followed them, and they were really good. I will have to look into the name of them because I didn't know it while we were sitting there. But they were fun.
Cool.
Yeah. And they had vegan brats. That was the hook.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
they were really good. Um, but yeah.
Well, there's some nerd news. Just a couple of brief things, then we want to kind of throw something out there for our listeners as some big news that's coming in the next month. But first of all, Keanu Reeves himself shall be coming back as Constantine for a sequel of the 2005 film Constantine.
hmm
I just rewatched the first Constantine actually this past week just because I was like, I haven't seen that in a while.
Nicole and I watched it probably a few weeks, 3 weeks ago, maybe. For her first time, probably like my 10th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Love that
good.
movie. Yeah. I'm stoked that they're doing another one with Keanu. I know he's not blonde, he's not British, he's better.
He does portray the character really well.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the indifferent asshole.
Mm.
I'm kind of hoping with the second one that they bring in a little bit more of like other aspects of supernatural elements to it because the first one was very like angels versus demons.
Yeah.
But
It's not supernatural.
yeah, I see what you did there. Carry on my wayward son. Uh,
We also got news or another confirmation of Disney Plus's Miss Marvel has been greenlit for a season 2, so that's exciting.
yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I like that show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see her in the Marvels as well. But
Yes.
I like because she's a younger character. I think that a TV show works pretty well because you can build more of the character
Yeah. Heck
in
yeah.
that way.
Plus the ending scene of the first season leading into the Marvels, pretty big.
Yeah,
Bigger than either of us had speculated. We had
yeah,
both said it would be cool if it was this, but I doubt it's gonna happen. And then it's what we were hoping it was gonna be, and we were
yeah.
like, holy shit.
But with more of a twist.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Twist.
That was the right amount of twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna go twist and shout, but I didn't want to get up and dance. So
Uh,
yeah.
Also, for the month of October, we are partnering with a lot
Each
of,
other.
yeah, with a lot of really awesome artists, independent artists, everything to do a battle of the sketches. It's a group of artists. They do battle of the sketches weekly, but we are collaborating with them for the month of October, and we have some pretty cool stuff that's going to be tied in with it. But it's going to be an awesome way to showcase some great art, find a way to support some a local comic shop here in the Twin Cities. We'll get into details with that as we get a little bit closer, but keep an eye out. It's going to
And
be
the
really cool.
and the coolest part is that Chad and myself, every month that they do this, they do a different character or whatever every week. Chad and I picked the entire month of October.
Yeah,
So look for something spooky.
yeah, it's a bit All Hallows Eve themed.
Yeah. But
Um,
also Disney twists and not Disney. Marvel and comic book twists in there. So
yeah,
you know how we do it
and
over here.
classic film and stuff like that. So it's
Keep
going
an
to be
eye out
good.
for that.
We'll tell you more next week and the weeks after that. We're also going to be talking to uh, 15, 16 different artists
Yeah.
throughout the month. So gonna have
Various artists. Yeah.
some cool people on the show in the next month. So keep
Hmm.
an eye out for that. Well, let's just get right into our first sponsor so we can talk about the rest of the episode. As you all know, we are sponsored by Raise Energy Drinks. It's a fantastic energy drink, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 crash, and so much more to offer than just that. So listen up, learn how to save 15%. We'll be right back with you to talk about She-Hulk. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raise Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with 0 crash. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, empowered by their Refresh formula technology, Raise Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Raise Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
Welcome back, friends. We're gonna talk. We gotta talk about She-Hulk, episode 5, now streaming on Disney Plus. And before we start, spoiler alert, as always. Go watch, come back. We'd love to talk to you about it.
And your car's extended warranty.
Yeah, and that's it. So we're gonna go. Our Daredevil watch, episode 5. No, no exact. How do I word it? No physical signs of Daredevil
Yeah.
so far.
We're getting dangerously close,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But we'll get to it. No official Daredevil,
No Daredevil.
but
Yeah,
some references.
yeah. Lots of
One
references in this episode.
one very golden horny reference.
Yeah. I got no, I got it. I got it.
I just wanted that long pause for the people that are listening and not watching to be like, what are they talking about? Go watch us on YouTube. Click and subscribe. If you click the bell button, you'll get notified when we post new videos. It's once a week. You're fine.
Yeah. Lots of fun Easter eggs in this episode.
Mainly during the end credits, or like
Mm-hmm.
the first half of the credits, where they do like they're like courtroom sketches.
They're like cartoons. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are some of them? I mean, it ties into the episode. I think they call him Pudge. He's one of the attorneys at the
The
law
firm.
firm,
Yeah.
but he's a sneakerhead,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cool. Uh, During the episode, he tries to get what is the
Nikki.
paralegals?
Nikki.
It is Nikki.
Nikki.
Oh yeah, because yeah, uh, convinces her to go with him to stand in line to get the new Iron Man 3s because you can only get one per customer. So if she's there, she can get a set, he can get a set, one to wear, one to showcase.
Mm.
But during the end credit cartoons, sketches,
Sketches.
we see his sneaker collection.
Mm-hmm.
And my God,
There's
there's a lot
some
in there.
eggs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
There's
mean, we see obviously he's holding the Iron Man 3s, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
We see some Daredevils,
Mm-hmm.
uh, some thing blings, some I don't know. I was trying to make it sound like cool. Some
Deadpool. Deadpool's in there.
yeah,
Cyclops. Jubilee. Whoop whoop. Um.
some Hulks.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a ton. If you Google it, I mean, there's a still picture of it, and you can just point out all the different.
Different like Marvel inspired.
Yeah. It was super cool.
I'm sure a lot of
Oh,
them are Reeboks.
Cyclops. Cyclops was in there. That was a
Oh
cool
yeah.
one. Yeah. They had like they were blue, and then they had instead of laces, it had like the strap that went across
Oh,
they're like high tops, and the strap was like a yellow strap that went across as like the eye lenses for Cyclops. It was dope.
see, I didn't notice those ones. I only noticed the Deadpool ones and the Thing and the Hulk, and then
Yeah.
obviously the Iron Man ones.
Yeah. It was cool. It was just, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It was just kind of a cool little,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
more for fans than anything.
Mm.
But as we know from the last episode, uh, Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, is being sued by Titania for using the She-Hulk name.
Hmm.
So a lot of this episode kind of centers around that court case. Jennifer Walters countersues.
Yeah. And is it just me, or do they is Titania is basically like Kim K here, right? Like these are like my products, and like I
Yeah,
contribute nothing to. Yeah.
uh, one of the Kardashian slash Jenners. I'm leaning more towards Kylie with the snake oils. Um,
Oh,
they literally make a joke about that at like the pop up shop, where Jennifer Walters like reads the ingredients, and one of the ingredients for like the lip plumping thing is literal snake venom, and she's like,
nice.
she is actually selling snake oil.
Ah,
Like,
see, I didn't even catch that part.
yeah,
I don't know anything. I just they were being obnoxious and gaudy, and I just thought that was very Kardashian. So
yeah,
I was right. They were poking fun at the Kardashians
yeah, because
slash
they're
Jenners.
like my beauty products. They're so
Yeah.
good, but it's like if the name wasn't attached to it, you could buy it like on the discount shelf at Target because it's just made cheaply, but it just has like the name behind it.
Mm.
Yeah. And Titania is literally just a full on social media influencer that just
Yeah.
happens to have superpowers at this point in time.
Yeah.
She has crazy eyes in this show. Jamila Jamil,
Hmm.
like wide eyed, but not bushy tailed. Just like crazy eyes, man.
She's pretty wild. She put out a tweet recently saying that as so her um Twitter is herself as a real person, but she hashtagged it as Titania and said I've never seen She-Hulk and Princess Fiona in the same room together. Just saying. That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
But so a lot of, there's some back and forth with, like in the courtroom, basically trying to see who gets to continue using the name She-Hulk. And how desperate and kind of sad for her, but hilarious for us does Jen go?
Oh, what is she? She gets her all of the guys from the previous episode. It was the previous
Yeah,
episode. The losers basically that she dated, to come into court and testify because she created a dating app under the surname She-Hulk.
yeah.
Did I say that right? Surname?
Uh, well, surname is more like a family name.
Fuck.
Like a pen name,
Hmm.
alias, whatever.
Alias. Yeah, whatever. As She-Hulk, so she brought them in to confirm. And it was funny for a little bit, and then it
It got
kind of was
sad.
like, oh, that's sad. The guy, the bald guy, we'll just make fun of him now.
Yeah,
But
the
the
the pretty boy fuck boy.
yeah, that I mean, we basically last week we were talking about how big of a dick this guy was. He was just telling her everything she wanted to hear and blah blah blah. He comes in and yeah, they basically are like, "Are would you ever date her as Jennifer Walters?" And he's like, "Nah." But She-Hulk's amazing. Blah blah blah. And it was sad. You can see it in her face. She like,
Yeah, but she wins the countersuit, so
mm-hmm.
Titania has to remove every single product from the market that has the She-Hulk branding. She can't use it anymore.
Yep.
And then I think what was even sadder, I don't think it was the fuckboy one, but one of her dates that was sitting like in the gallery as Titania is leaving, is like, Titania, what's up? Like, how you doing? Like, trying to like,
It's the guy that looks like MM. I literally the first time when he was in the last
yeah,
episode, I was like, "Holy shit, it's MM!" And Nicole's like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Oh, you're right. No, it's not." But he looks just like MM from The Boys, if anyone's wondering who I'm talking
yeah,
about. He
you're,
looks just like it.
yeah. It was funny. It was played for jokes, but it was actually quite sad.
Yeah,
Uh, but she wins.
yeah. I'm trying to
Yay!
decipher what you mean by parades failed dates.
What we just talked about.
Oh, parades failed dates. Okay.
You just changed the emphasis on one word and it made sense.
Yeah, punctuation, buddy.
Parades failed dates.
Parades
Failed dates.
failed dates, comma, parades,
It
comma,
doesn't need a comma
failed
there.
dates. Yes, it does. You pause. She parades her failed dates.
I could have
Not
just put the word
parades
her.
failed dates. Parades failed dates.
Yeah, she parades her failed dates.
See, you didn't put her there though. You just said
I
parades
realize
failed
that because
dates.
it's an outline.
I was like, what does it mean? I don't understand. There was no parade in this episode. I got it now. We're good.
I will be more thorough with our show notes when you
No,
make
you're
me type
fine.
them up every
I'm
week
just
to
poking
send them
fun
to
at
you.
you. Calm down.
No. But we also get introduced through, again, back to uh, Pudge
Pudge.
taking Nikki to stand in line with him to get some Iron Man 3s. And she's like, well, if I'm going to do this, you have to do something for me.
Mm. Wasn't that the other way around?
No, he came to her first.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, yep.
And so the reason that she agreed was because she was tasked by Jen to find better fitting clothes for
Yeah,
her
because
as She-Hulk because she
one of the one of the lawyers basically said not basically, she flat out told Jennifer slash She-Hulk that she looks like a football player trying to win a like custody suit in court.
It was bad. Because she
Yeah.
basically has to shop at like Men's Big and Tall to like find suits large enough for her, and even then they're not well fit, stuff like that. So Nikki is trying to find a way to like find her better fitting clothes. Pudge like mentions he calls him his drip broker,
Hmm.
and she's like, "Can he help
Was it like
Jen?"
Alonzo or something like that? It's like Alonzo sent me.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
And like the drip broker works out of like a hidden room behind a boba tea shop.
Yeah. That's right.
Uh,
I was gonna say Chinese food, but you're right. It was
it
bubble
was
tea.
boba
Yeah.
tea. Yeah, Nikki just makes an ass of herself. It's hilarious.
They both do. It's like hard to watch, kind of.
Yeah, but they're like, yeah, we need like the goods for like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, okay. He like goes into the back room, pops out like a side door, and is like, back here. And he's like selling like bootleg superhero clothing, like
Of
the
Avengers,
Avengers.
AVO.
And she's like, that's not right. There's an O there. And he's like, well, I have the Avengers too, and it's spelled with an I instead of an E.
But like Pudge is all about it. They like show him and he's like wearing like a hat and he's
They
got like
both are because they agree to buy
no.
some.
At first it's
Oh,
just him, but then the girl is like gets on his case and is like, I don't know, and then she buys some stuff. But
yeah.
like when they first show him, he's like, oh man, I love this, and he's got like Mjolnir and
Oh,
Captain America's
but
shield
they're like
and
for
like a hat
children.
on.
They're like the
Yeah,
plastic versions. The shield's like the size of a
fucking
frisbee.
hilarious. Yeah, but then yeah, she's like, look, man, we need a suit for a super person. And he's like, well, you didn't buy anything. So then she buys.
Yeah, she's like, I'll buy one of those Avengers shirts.
Yeah.
And it shows them like in the elevator, like going up to like this secret like penthouse, and they're like dancing and like wearing
Just
like
like decked out.
Avengers
Yeah.
like oversized T-shirts, like crappy snapbacks, like hilarious.
It is funny.
But they arrange like this meetup, and we get to meet the drip broker. I don't remember what his actual name was. I should have looked this up. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Uh, I wasn't apologizing to you.
Oh, I
I'm
still.
just kidding. I know it's still okay. Thanks, listeners.
And we're done. Bye.
But he agrees to meet with Jen.
Mhm.
He's like, so what kind of
because
suit?
they tell him that
She,
she's an Avenger.
and then when they show up, he's like, well, she might be an Avenger,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, what kind of suit do you want? And she's like a pantsuit, and he's like, okay, get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it needs to be able to like adapt to her body, like watch, and she like transforms, and he's like, oh,
Yeah. And he like grabs his dad's, dad on the suit that's next to him. Yeah. If you
it.
don't get that reference, we're not monsters over here, but it's funny. God damn it. That's a Marvel reference.
It is. So if you don't get it,
God
what are
damn
you
it.
doing here?
But yeah,
Science
he
be
literally
damned.
and yeah, so he agrees to make the suit. It's pretty cool.
Starts working
Um,
on some stuff.
some stoof.
We see towards the end of the episode, she shows back up, like to pick up like her transforming pantsuits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's trying stuff on. Like we don't actually see Jen trying them on,
And he
but
gives her a little something else.
yeah, he like hands her something through the curtain.
Extra cheese pickles.
Barbecue sauce. I'm not gonna finish that one. uh, but hands her something in a garment bag. And is like, I also made this for you. And she's like, well, I just needed the suits. And he's like, check it out. And you just hear her go, oh my. Just
Yeah.
straight Sulu from Star Trek.
We're really
Ooh.
hoping that this is, and I assume we're right. We're definitely right about
We
this
can't.
one.
How can we be wrong about this one?
It's her super suit.
Yeah.
Where is my super suit? It's her super suit.
It is her. Well, we're assuming,
Yeah.
because what
Should be
else would it
like a
be?
should be like a purple toy.
Almost like a unitard.
Yeah. Hmm.
They, from the previews that we've seen, they have made it a little bit more modest and a lot less camel toe, um, to where it's like a almost like a biker, like a Tour de
It's
France, like
like
cyclist
it's like a yeah, like
unitard,
a yeah.
or
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
a wrestling unitard,
I
where
was gonna
it's
say like a
like
jogger, but
shorts.
you were right. Yeah, yeah. It's more like a
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah. Instead of like
spandex.
the crotch shot, where if you like shifted your leg a little bit one way or to the other, it's suddenly a porn. I wanted to make that joke, and then I didn't.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
That's
Um,
it. Go watch it on YouTube. You'll get
I
it.
I almost went one step further. We have the meats. I like that it took you a second for it to click.
I
Also,
was like, huh. Yeah, Arby's. I get it. I got
uh huh.
it. Sorry,
But
mom.
after he, yeah, sorry, mom, you're very right there. She didn't make it this far into the episode.
No, 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 no.
Uh, so he hands her the garment bag with presumably the super suit in it, and then walks over and like yells to his assistant. Is like, "You can't just leave these things out. Like, anonymity is a big part of this." And he like carries. It looks like an old timey like
Hat
hat
box.
box. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you kind of see something poking out of the top as he turns, but then he actually sets it down and we get a glimpse at it. And this is where the kind of part of our Daredevil watch comes in. We, what do we see?
It's
Just
Daredevil's helmet.
but what color is it?
It's like a golden shower or something like that. Uh, it's gold. It's yellow,
Yeah,
which is awesome because we knew this like through rumors that Daredevil is gonna rock the golden red suit in
yeah, and
She-Hulk.
through the teaser trailer,
Yeah.
but
So
we
it's
actually see it.
the one thing that is lacking that I've been bothered about stutter, sorry, um, is that there really other than like one scene where somebody tried to steal Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk's blood, we haven't had much of a plot in this show. The episodes don't necessarily run together, in my
Right.
opinion. I just doesn't. There's no like strong thread right now.
It's
There's like a
like
bunch of like
one episode, the next episode kind of references a couple of things, but
yeah,
then after that, like,
like where are we going?
yeah,
Where did you come from?
where did you go?
Thank you.
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah. So I'm really hoping there's only 4 episodes left. I'm really hoping we get some fucking context. Like, now.
Yeah, I. I
And if
mean,
we don't get fucking
you're.
Daredevil soon, ah,
I mean, he has to be on his way to LA to pick up his new super suit. Also,
yeah,
anyone that's bitching, there's two reasons why this is happening. If you want to go with the headcanon where the Netflix show still exists and it's
oh yeah,
true,
yeah.
guess what? The guy that made Daredevil's suit went to prison. We watched it happen in season
Yeah.
3 of the Netflix Daredevil show. I don't know why I
Yeah.
just kept like throwing up my thumbs up. You weren't holding a padlock, so like it doesn't
He's
matter.
he's definitely getting something expanded, but it's not his She-Hulk.
No. And also, if it's not canon, which it really seems like it's not. I mean, everyone involved.
Charlie Cox has straight up said, and that's the guy playing Daredevil, that
Yeah.
this is not a continuation of the Netflix series.
Yeah.
hence the name for his series coming out is Daredevil Reborn. Uh, this is what you said. Sorry, this would be season 1, not
Yeah, it's not going
season
to be a
4.
season 4 continuation with a new name.
Yeah.
So for anyone that's complaining, if you're mad that he's getting his suit from the Drip Broker and not Melvin, and you want it to be canon in your head, Melvin went to prison. This isn't canon, so he has to get his suit somewhere. Bomb. Cool. We did it. More on your point, though, where you said that, the first 5 episodes really haven't had much of a plot. I agree. I mean, it hasn't. There's no denying that.
It's entertaining as shit. Don't get
It's
me
very
wrong. And
entertaining. I like it, though, because it kind of shows, like, the world outside of the Avengers realm with superpowered people. So it kind of shows that it's all still connected, but this is kind of what the real world looks like, which I'm really enjoying. But I also agree, if She-Hulk is going to play a role in the future, it needs to connect somehow. So I'm thinking that the second half of the season will do that in a way that I think that's going to happen, or that leads me to believe that it will, is that there's no end credit scene this episode.
yeah. Yep.
So we
There's
see
also
Daredevil's helmet, and that's it.
Yeah. They also released the trailer for like the second half of the season, and it shows Jennifer Walters having a drink with Matt Murdock at a bar where he says uh, the She-Hulk is important, but Jennifer Walters has uh, a way to make a difference too, or something like that.
Yeah, kind of along the
Along
lines of like where he believes too is,
Mhm.
as a lawyer, you have the ability to help people that have been wronged, but as your hero
But
counterpart,
at nighttime, I beat the shit out of people with sticks.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He says it more elegantly, but that's what he was saying. All right, so
Anyways,
that's
yeah.
She-Hulk. So Jake, take it away. Let's get on to House of the Dragon, but I think we have to talk about something spicy first. And it's
Oh.
not my OnlyFans page.
Oh, I was like, it's not my spicy page. I put a chili pepper on my Instagram and everything. Damn it.
I put it in my link tree. Don't you worry.
Uh, no, we're gonna talk about sponsor number 2, which is Crybaby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on fucking everything.
It does.
Yeah, listen up. We'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. Okay, everyone. So we are going to continue talking about the House of the Dragon on HBO Max, the Game of Thrones spinoff that is focused on the Targaryens.
Episode 6?
It's this. It premiered the same week as She-Hulk, so I think it's just episode 5.
Okay.
I think.
No, I think we confirmed that last week, actually. Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. So, spoiler alert.
Mhm.
You'll have had a few days to watch this, so, like, hopefully you've already watched it. If not, go watch it and come back. Okay, so, this episode, here's the Earth. Pretty sure Earth, you might say, is round. If you don't get that reference, you were probably old enough to watch the show, but still a little too young to, like, be on our level. This episode takes place, it's only about a month has passed since the end of that episode.
Mm.
You know, what are you doing, uncle?
Yeah. What are you doing, Yeah, Uncle.
Matt
You should you
Damon.
should have played you should have lined it up and played the
Oh, I'll put it in.
Pornhub.
I'll put it in
Uh,
afterwards.
oh
I
yeah, will you put it in afterwards? Now you gotta play the song again.
cracking open a cold one. Only we're not going to retell that joke on this. But I'm glad that you got it.
Oh, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
gotta play the Pornhub thing twice. Now you gotta do it once when you said that,
you don't
and
want me to
then
do it right now too? Just play it 3 times. I think
yeah.
after 4 we
Our
have to
third
monetize it for
sponsor
them.
is Pornhub.
I wouldn't complain, to be completely honest.
Like
They
complain,
they
like
got
coming.
oh, that's gross. They got money to spare.
Yeah.
Anywhoosie, uh, the end of the last episode was very much King Viserys telling Rhaenyra, "You are going to marry. You are going to marry uh, Prince Lanier uh, of House Valyrian, basically this son of Lord Corlys, as Jake has called him, Blondie Dreads.
Blondie Dreads.
Um, but he's also a dragon rider,
Mm.
as we saw.
This is a very Pornhub like theme we got going here.
Yeah,
They should sponsor us.
they just want to do it
Mm.
for every.
He's a dragon rider, and
They can. This would just add to that innuendo. They can come and go as sponsors, just when we're talking about shows and projects that have heavily influenced influences.
keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you with my inappropriateness.
But so we see them on the King and Rhaenyra and Allison isn't there, but they're on their way to. I don't think it's
Valeria?
Valyria. Is it Valyria? Okay, but to make the proposal, basically,
Hmm.
there's some very political negotiations.
It's a Game of Thrones spinoff. There's lots of politics with it.
Yeah, but Lord Corlys is basically like, well, if they marry in the rules of the kings and of Westeros, does that mean that she will take the Valyrian household name so that
Mm.
their heirs would be Valyrian? And the king is like, in the rules of Westeros, they will take her name or take the name Valyrian until they are indicted as not indicted but announced inundated whatever as rulers, and then they will take the Targaryen name because I'm not going to end our dynasty for your pride.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, bet.
Yeah. He basically said, "Nah, son," and then they went, "All right, bet."
Yeah, word. Let's go munch on these Tide Pods. I thought we were just using like Gen Z references. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But the actual episode starts with a lady riding a horse. We don't know who she is at first,
yeah.
but the scenery is gorgeous. She's going out for a hunt.
Gorgeous.
She's also a very beautiful lady. It turns out that she is Damon's wife,
Yeah.
that we've only heard bad things about.
Yeah, we've heard him talk about her, and he's very rude about the way he talks about her.
Yeah.
And then when you see her, you're like, "Damn, she fine. What are you
Yeah,
talking
she's
about,
beautiful
dude?"
and she's a badass. She hunts on her own.
Yeah.
She's a strong woman, which leads me to believe that the what happens next isn't necessarily her fault. But it leads me to believe that the reason that he talks so much shit about her is because It was,
She's a badass.
and she's just a woman that doesn't like him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got small boy syndrome.
Yeah.
Sorry, short king syndrome.
Yeah. Uh,
He kills
yeah,
her.
he kills her. I mean, kinda. Does he?
Well,
Yes, he
the
does.
horse paralyzes her first, and then he just like
Yeah.
drops a rock on her face.
But like,
Allegedly.
I kind of didn't like. So like, they built up to the moment basically. Again, spoiler alert. Just going there. Anyways, he like, he's just standing there in like her pathway, and she kind of starts talking shit to him, and she's like, "What are you gonna do?" She's like, "Would you find a new lover? What are you gonna do? Kill her and take her throne, or kill?" And then she stops and realizes like he's there to kill her, and she reaches for her bow, and like literally all he does is like puts his hand up, and the horse like freaks out and
Yeah,
like flips over.
he spooks the horse by like approaching it so that it bucks
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then shoves
It
you
lands on top of her.
well
The horse
he
lands on top of
shoves the
her.
horse
Oh,
when
did
it
he shove the horse? I don't
well you
remember that
see
part.
when the horse goes up in it's a like a blink and you'll miss it sort of thing. I watched this
Ah,
episode twice.
ah.
He grabs or not the reins but like the saddle and
Mm.
like pulls the horse
He
backwards.
grabs its fucking ankles and just spears it on top of her.
It
Yeah,
was a
but it
Monday Night
break.
Raw sort of thing, you know.
Can you smell?
What Damon is cooking.
I originally, and you hear like when the horse lands on her, you hear a snap. I thought it was her neck, but it must have been her back because when he starts walking away from her, she like turns her head and she's
Yeah.
like, "I knew you couldn't follow through." And then he picks up a rock and
Yeah.
does it.
But first he like steps or before he actually like before it cuts away, but you know that he's holding the stone. He like steps on her wrist and like
Mm,
nothing happens. Like she's definitely paralyzed.
hmm
Can't feel anything and then he just
Starts
bam.
to walk away.
Which is wild cuz in the book all that said is that she was bucked from her horse and her head was cracked open by a rock.
Mm.
It's a
He
weird
gave
detail from George R. R. Martin just to have that line but not explain what it is. So the showrunners were like, "Oh, yeah,
run with it.
Damon killed her."
Yeah.
That's a weird detail to put in there if she just like died from a freak accident because there's only two sentences written about her actually in a scene.
What he should have done is force the horse to like eat her like face. And then they would have been like, "Oh man." They would never be able to tell
Kind of hard to like force a horse to like eat a person.
unless you're a horse, of course.
Then of course you do what a horse would.
I don't know where we're going with this.
I
I'm a
don't
little
know either.
buzzed.
Uh, so
Sorry.
flashback to Valyria. The proposal has been made that we talked about.
Mm.
We see Rhaenyra and Laenor, who
Mm.
will eventually become the king consulate.
Yeah.
He is the son of Blondie Dread.
Blondie Dread. He's also a Blondie Dread.
They all are.
Mm.
Uh,
They
but
have a cute little talk about Goose and Duck.
Duck. Basically, he prefers the company of men.
I was gonna
She,
say Duck.
Goose, actually. He likes the goose. She likes the duck. Because, like Captain America, she fucks. Uh, that just lined up a little bit too easily.
Oh, he
Uh,
fucks too.
yeah, but
He-
goose.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Longer neck.
if you're not watching, you missed something there. But they basically come to an agreement of neither of us want this marriage. It's been arranged. We have to do our duty of like creating heirs, but outside of that, we should just kind of like do what we want and be with who we want.
Yeah.
Very,
Dine however we
very,
please, I believe is what she says.
yeah, because they're talking about duck and goose.
Duck and Goose.
Talk to me, goose. Uh, sorry, I just watched Maverick.
He can't. He died.
Oh, talk to me, Rooster. Uh, but they come to the agreement, basically very progressive of them, that they're just going to have an open marriage.
Hmm. And
Needle,
he like when she says that, he like smiles and is like, "Oh shit, this bitch.
yeah,
She
she
knows what I want."
she gets it.
Yeah. And yeah, yeah.
And then on the ship ride back from Valyria to King's Landing,
Oh yeah, okay. I was like, "Where are we in here?"
uh,
Yeah, I got it.
Rhaenyra has a conversation with Sir Kristen, you
Which
know,
is
her knight in loving armor.
he was the double dip on her ice cream cone in the previous episode. What? What?
It's just really
What?
funny. But she basically is like happy to tell him like, "Hey, I'm getting married, but we have an understanding. So like you and I can like keep going strong."
Well, first he's like, yo, like, run away with me. We can live off of yak milk and vineyards. I threw that in because of She-Hulk, sorry. And she's like, nah, son, I'm a queen and I'm not gonna live off of yak and wine.
Vino.
Yeah. She's like, nah. And he cries and runs away. Like
Yeah.
in Scary Movie when Anna Faris is like, "Ah!" like runs down the hallway. That's what he did.
Yeah. After first accusing Rhaenyra of like, "Oh, so you just want me to be your whore?"
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And she's
She's
like,
like,
"No, it's not like that."
yeah,
But yes.
yeah. No, no, yes, yeah.
Uh
um. Anyways, the wedding proceedings go forward. Uh, the king is in rough shape.
he's very ill.
Yeah, the
Not doing well.
illest.
To the thrillist, first things first.
I'm going in order here,
I
aren't
know,
I?
I know. No, I that was a God, what's her the Australian female rapper?
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
First
I get
things
it.
first, I'm the
Oh yeah,
illest.
yeah.
That's where I was going with it. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're good. I was like, shit, did I miss a line here? No, that is very funny actually.
I mean, we kind of did, but it was I guess it kind of plays into it. So, Alicent calls Sir Chris into her chambers to see if he knows anything about
Her banging her uncle.
about Rhaenyra and Daemon, and she's being very vague. And he's like,
Mm.
"It's true, my queen. I fucked her."
Twas me. I
And
mushroom tipped her.
it was more than just the tip, I'm assuming.
I don't know. He's got small dick energy.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
He does.
Later to be proven later in this episode. But so Allison's like, "Ooh, this is some juicy ass shit.
Mm.
I'm gonna sit on this for a little while."
Pornhub, if you're listening,
Sponsor us.
sponsor us.
We'll take an upfront payment, not a pay per click. Okay, cool.
Chad will take the upfront payment.
Yeah. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So the proceedings are going on. The Lannisters. Oh, you froze for a sec. Oh, you're back. The Lannisters come in, and I was because it's like a wedding celebration. When the Lannisters came in, I full on thought that we would hear the theme of Castle Rock from the Red Wedding. I hoped for it because it's also a Game of Thrones esque wedding.
See, I got there when Alicent came in the room.
Yeah, but
When she came in the room, I got those vibes. So we both got those vibes, but on different parts of the episode. But I also was like, oh,
well,
someone's gonna die.
Well, when she came in is when I was like, oh, someone's gonna die. When the Lannisters came in, I thought that they would play that theme just as like a callback,
I
because
got you, I got you.
that's like the anthem of House Lannister in Castle Rock. But when Allison, because she shows up late
Mm-hmm.
and leaves early,
Mm-hmm.
like a queen. Uh, no, but she comes in and it's very menacing. She's not wearing like Targaryen colors. She's wearing a green dress.
Yeah. And a comment is made that it is a sign of war.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
House Hightower, because she's Alicent Hightower,
Mm.
when they call their bannermen to war, the flame in the beacon flame in the tower burns green. She
Mm-hmm.
comes in with this very vibrant green, flowy dress, and comes in and doesn't address Rhaenyra by name, doesn't call her princess. She's like stepdaughter.
And she's super cold to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny, actually.
Doesn't talk to
I
the
think
king
Rhaenyra's a
either. I'm really bummed because I have loved her for the first few episodes.
mm.
Now she's getting a little
Dun, dun, dun,
Daenerys.
dun.
Big Danny. Yep. In this episode.
Yeah. Um, Damon shows up, which
Yeah.
is not,
He wasn't
oh,
invited. He's been banished
yeah,
for the second time.
for, you know, forcing himself on his niece the second time.
Yeah.
What? Because he begs his brother basically to like give me Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
He's like, get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker.
He's like, you're already
Like,
married. And he's like, well, we'll see.
yeah. Fuck around and find out, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the I don't want to break down like the whole episode like fucking minute per minute, but the cool parts of this episode is the his wife that he just murdered. Her
Yeah.
cousin approaches Damon and is like, "Hey man, like I know you killed her. This is an accusation." And Damon is like, "I'll kill you."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "But also, since your sister or your cousin and I had no kids, everything that she inherited with her death goes to me. So I'll be by to collect it soon."
Yeah.
Is very Damon, but he says it in front of his brother, Viserys, the king,
It was
and
some
you can,
BDE for sure. Just big
yeah,
dick energy.
yeah, you can really see the look on Viserys's face. He really, now he sees for sure, like, holy shit, he killed his wife.
Yeah.
Like, my brother is a fucking monster. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's cool.
During the feast, uh, Laenor's lover, uh, I know that he has an actual character name. I just don't remember it. But he approaches Sir Kristen.
He didn't stick around long enough for us to really look it up. So,
Yeah, he was in it for half the episode. That's a generous amount of time
yeah.
because of what happens next. But he's been kind of like watching the crowd to see who Rhaenyra's lover might be, realizes that it's Sir Kristen the Knight, approaches him, is like, hey, I'll keep your secret, you keep my secret. They're going to be married, but like we still get to benefit from it. And Sir Kristen is just like fuming at this point in time. And then during the celebration, just kind of murks the dude.
That's
Made
why I started laughing. I was reading your notes and it said
Kristen
Kristen
murks
murks him. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, he made sure that he was wearing a red shirt and then just like went fucking berserk.
yeah, he beat his meat. I mean, it was a fucking
It was
show.
a very brutal, like, beat the shit out of him to where his face was just like putty.
Yeah, it was just like roast beef.
Yeah.
Come on.
We have
Come
the
on.
meats. And now we connected to our earlier segment.
Yeah.
But so Lanier is broken up over this. because the fight breaks out like in the middle of like a dance party.
Mm.
Realistically, uh, Rhaenyra gets dragged off by a lord or whatever to be brought up to the king so that she's safe. Turns out that Kristen was the one that beat this dude literally to death. He runs off. No one stops him. I don't know why. And this entire time, there's some very cringy moments of Damon being like, just come with me, Rhaenyra. We can go get married.
She says it.
Oh, you're
She
right.
says it
She
to
does
him.
say it.
Yeah, it was before that. It was before this. Right, literally right before this happens. She's dancing with her soon-to-be husband, and then her uncle steps in and is like, "May I?" And then she's
I
like,
already did.
"Yeah," and she's like, "Take me away from all of this. Kill everybody in this room." Basically, she literally said, "Cut through the King's Guard and take me as your wife." And she's like, "Do it." And her dad's like watching it happen, and he's like, "What the fuck, man? Like, you know, I said no, no."
Two fingers or a rolled up newspaper also works.
And yeah, and then the fight breaks out. She gets lifted up, carried off. Um,
And
but
then,
while that's happening, her dad like starts like getting like tunnel vision and starts bleeding from the nose.
yeah.
Not
And
good.
also, when the fight is broken up, Princess Lena, who is Lanier's sister, the one that was originally proposed to the king, she approaches Damon and is like, let's fucking go. Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. She's got big dick energy
She
for
does.
sure.
She wants to defy everyone and be in power.
Hmm.
Uh, the Lanier's love interest is murked. And
He's,
then,
he's roast beef.
yeah, King Viserys is like, okay, it's a nice day for a white wedding, and just shotgun weddings.
Hey, little sister shotgun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
Thanks, Billy Idol.
Billy Idol, ladies and gentlemen.
Who could have been a Targaryen based on how much bleach was in his hair?
Nobody talks to Billy like that. Wedding singer. Also wedding themed. We're on a roll.
Oh, look at all the pop culture references up in here. But so they have like a very small wedding ceremony where it's just enough witnesses. It's the king, it's the parents. That's it.
Still blood on the floor from the guy who just got murdered.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the wedding was supposed to take place 7 days after the intro feast, but
Mm.
because there was a death and Viserys is now like bleeding from every hole in his body, they just decided let's just like have the wedding now. It's super
Again,
cool.
Pornhub.
Yeah,
Come on.
Sir
That
PH
that one hurt.
executives.
That one was a little rough.
That was a
Anyways.
little forced. Huh?
They don't do
Huh?
that.
Eh. Uh, what? This is a very inappropriate conversation and episode.
I
I'm
gotta
very
change
sorry.
that bulb up there. I think that one burnt.
Did it just go out? Oh.
It's avoiding you right now.
Oh, cool. So that's basically where the episode ends. Is the ceremony. Once they say "I do" against
This
their
is
wishes,
this
King Viserys drops.
this is also sadly the last time that we will see, and we did not look up Alicent's actual name, but the girl who plays Rhaenyra, her name
Millie
is
Alcock.
Millie, right?
Yep, Millie Alcock.
Millie Alcock, and this will be the last time we see her because the next episode is going to jump forward quite a bit in time as the show has been doing over and over
Emily
again.
Carey is
What
the
is it?
young.
What is it?
Emily Carey plays young
Yeah.
Alicent.
So we will not see them anymore as the girls who were playing them before. They will now be older females.
The
playing these
next episode is
characters.
supposed to be about 10 years
Yeah.
into the future.
And I didn't notice it. I brought it up to you. I was like, this would be interesting. And you were like, did you watch the preview for the next episode? And I was like, holy shit, you're right. Uh, and then we'll stop talking about this. Sorry, we drug on a little while here. But I thought it would be interesting if, because Blondie Dread, who is supposed to be Rhaenyra's husband, and um, excuse me, um, herself, who is also very blonde, like white hair blonde,
Yeah.
uh, had a child that did not have white hair because she did book uh, Kristen,
Yeah, Sir
and
Croissant.
he's got very dark hair. And as Chad mentioned to me, their kids in the preview, or kids, I don't remember. I didn't see it.
Plural.
Have dark hair.
Yeah.
Bong, bong.
Yeah. Just dark, ominous tones. But yes, we'll see where that actually goes because Sir Kristen was about to off himself and Allison stops him, but we don't see what happens from there. So, presumably, he is kept alive, probably for political gain.
Well, he's in the preview for the next,
He is, but he's.
so he is not presumably he is alive.
Yes. So, we'll see next week when we take that 10-year jump into the future.
Mm.
The show is really good.
I'm enjoying it.
This has early Game of Thrones season vibes, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, a lot of politics, a lot of character building.
Drama, tension, there's some action in every episode to some degree.
Mm.
It's fantastic. If you guys aren't watching this and you're still listening at this point in time, like, shame on you. But keep
Ding,
watching the
ding.
show. It's going to be
Yeah.
great.
Ding ding.
In real life,
Shit.
she's so beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ted Lasso, everyone.
Ted Lasso.
Any whoosies.
Before we close out, we want to start something new here. It won't take very long, but we're just gonna do some honorable mentions. Chad and I are both big movie buffs, and uh, we consistently are consuming movies to give you guys content. So we're gonna do these honorable mentions or dishonorable
yeah, I was going to
mentions.
say, not all of them are going to be good. So that's why we're
Yeah,
not going to
either we like
a
it or
lot.
we don't. I did watch a movie over this past week. It's called Beast. It is starring Idris Elba. It is about a man and his two daughters in Africa who are stalked by a man-eating or child-eating lion. Um, I'll give this a honorable mention because it's worth watching. I didn't love it, but it was fun.
That's
How about
fair.
you? You got anything?
So I watched two films this week that didn't quite fall into our nerd realm. I finally watched Top Gun Maverick. I didn't see it in theaters. It's Top Gun again,
Mm-hmm.
but the cinematography is absolutely beautiful. So, like, every cockpit scene, they're actually in a cockpit of a fighter pilot, which is so cool. And just the way that it's shot is gorgeous. If you like the first Top Gun, you're going to love this.
Because
It's
this is the
great.
same movie. He's
Yeah.
just a little older.
And there's nostalgia tied into it, so it's
Mm-hmm.
just as good.
And if you're
Uh,
wondering if Val Kilmer does have a cameo, it's more than a cameo. And yes, he does. He's in it.
he has a very he actually it's not a big role, but it's a very important role,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's great. I really
Sorry,
enjoyed it.
let me rephrase that. Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman.
Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a dishonorable mention, and a lot of people probably will disagree with me, but I did watch the DC League of Super Pets with The Rock and Kevin Hart and Kristen Wiig. Was it better than Morbius and Venom 2? Yes. Not by much. It was it was a try-hard film.
Mhm.
Like, what if the superheroes all ended up having pets? Yeah. There's so many dumb pet jokes, dog jokes, and it's just I clearly I'm not the target audience for it. I still wanted to watch because I love Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, especially in movies together. I think that they're hilarious on screen together. This was a what was the far right Gary Anderson? It was a Gary Anderson field goal kick in the
Oh,
postseason finals. It was a far right.
98.
Yeah. Damn. I was trying to think of the kicker that we had after that had the exact same season.
I wanted
But
to watch this movie, and I probably still will. I don't have much to weigh in on it. I'm a little bummed out because both Keanu Reeves and John Krasinski are also voices in this.
who's
So
John
like
Krasinski in it?
Superman.
Oh, I missed that. That makes me more sad.
It's a very star-studded cast, so it's kind of a bummer that it didn't pass the honorable mention test
Well,
here.
it
But
was a newer DC film, so like take that with what you will.
oh shit! We real quick, we have to say, WB has officially said that no matter how well the Flash movie does, Ezra Miller will not be continuing as the Flash.
Well, they fucked around and then they found out. So
Yeah. So I expect a recast. Don't know who that would be, but
Grant
yeah.
Gustin.
As long as it's not that fuckface, we're good.
Grant Gustin.
No.
I
I
th-
was thinking more like what's his face? The kid from the not the Hunger Games, Maze Runner movies. The fuck's his name? He was in the
Dylan O'Brien?
yes, I would love Dylan O'Brien as the Flash. That'd be he's got that bouncy, cocky attitude. I love it.
I
Yeah,
could see that too.
he'd be great.
Logan Learman could do it too. It'd be a huge slap in
I
the
would
face for
rather
Ezra Miller because they starred in films in the past together and
I
then
like
replace him.
Logan Lerman. I would rather him focus the fuck on Hunters 2. Season 2 of The Hunters. If you
Oh,
haven't watched that,
I
you need to
haven't.
watch that.
Okay.
Oh, it's so
What's it on?
shit, I think it was on HBO or something. Something.
Well,
It's
that's something
literally
to look
about
forward to.
it's about a group of Jews that are hunting and killing Nazis. It is so fucking good. Al Pacino is the ringleader that pulls all these people together.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. Anyways, way off
Didn't
topic.
that sounded very like apathetic of me. I actually really want to watch that. I really
It's
enjoy
really
Logan
good.
Learman. Um, as everyone knows, I mean, we have our Patreon page. It's a great way to support us. Uh, give us your money. It's awesome. It helps us do more stuff. It also helps us with this collaboration that's coming up. It helps us give away more stuff too.
But we're
Um,
getting bigger, and it's thanks to you guys. So, or you people. Sorry.
everyone.
Please keep it up.
And if you don't want to give monthly, we totally get it. We also have our web store. Links are in the bio. It's a great way to support us. I mean, you got recognized for you were wearing one of our shirts at the
Yeah.
Saints game. They recognized the shirt before they recognized you, which is
Didn't
cool.
recognize me at all. Recognized the logo on my shirt,
Yeah.
and that was cool. So
So we're growing,
we're
and
growing.
with it's because of your support. And if
Mm.
money isn't something that you feel like giving, we totally get it.
Spread the word.
Yeah, share, like, subscribe, tell people, yell it out at Saint stadiums. I know that anything helps. We really appreciate it. And at the end of the day, I mean, we love you. And this has been the All Things Nerd podcast.